Hello, everybody. Hello, Evan.
Hello, what's going on?
Not much, man. What's up with you?
Not much. Yeah, I'm enjoying a nice can of Polar Toasted Coconut from Podoko.
Yeah, there you go.
One of the GOAT flavors, in my opinion. Always loved that they shifted it to cans a few years ago when Polar canned all of their formerly bottle exclusive flavors, such as Georgia Peach, and one of the real undersung goats of the seltzer world, Cranberry Clementine.
See, I'm not a fan of the cran clementine.
That's insane. That is insane. It is such a good flavor.
Yeah, I don't know. It's weird because I love clementines and I eat them like I don't know, like it's my last death row meal. But I don't love clementine flavored things that often.
Yeah. See, I don't like cranberry flavored seltzer generally, but the cran clem, I don't know, it just is perfect.
I love the classic Polar cran lime.
See that one.
Raz lime, I'm not super into.
I
don't love raspberry flavored seltzers often either. It's I don't know. Like the clementine raspberry that Waterloo does, I think is trash.
I'm not sure.
Not good.
Wait. Oh yeah.
Oh, is it peach raspberry? Maybe I'm getting mixed up.
No, it's Is it nectarine? They have a nectarine.
It might be a nectarine raspberry.
Yeah.
I don't know. There's a slice of something on it. I don't like that one.
Yeah, that one's not very good.
I've been drinking. They made, you know how last year and this year Guy Fieri collabed with Waterloo. Three flavors last year. The Italian ice, lemon Italian ice, is now an official Waterloo flavor, so that's cool. Yeah. And that's good. I've been drinking that, and also the coconut one this year. The Guy Fieri coconut lime or whatever it is fucking slamming.
Yeah. Is it key lime? No, it's not key lime, is it?
It might be. It might be like a coconut key lime. But it's delish, and it tastes like a key lime coconut pie or something.
Or like a drink that you would get in like Florida or something like that, you know, in the Keys,
Yeah, if you were down there living your best Jimmy Buffett life.
Yeah. Getting the chocolate covered frozen key lime pie on a stick. I've been to Key West before. You can get that shit. It's awesome. I love
that. Sounds delicious.
I've
never been to Key West. I was talking recently about like I don't know. I feel so mixed about visiting a lot of places in that part of the country. Like just general interest is like low for me, but the Florida Keys sound pretty cool. And I've always also wanted to go to the Everglades and see like gators and manatees and shit. That sounds pretty neat.
When I was a kid, I went to the Everglades with my grandma and my sisters. It's pretty fucked up. We went on. I was like, I was young. I was probably like 8 or something like that. We went on one of those fucking big fan boat things. What are they called?
I think that's literally it.
Yeah, whatever they're called in the Everglades. Yeah, and because you have to like distribute the weight correctly on the boats when you're on that, and so me and my sister had to sit in the front because we were the lightest, and dog, I was just getting fucking rocked by the biggest, nastiest bugs. They just
I'm sure, dude. Yeah, I mean it's like
fucking. So I was like, what the
swamp down
fuck
there
is this? Like, dude, I'm talking like shit, like probably like 5-inch long bugs just whacking you in the face nonstop. I was like, this isn't fun for me. I'm not having a great time. I'm just getting my shit absolutely like hammered.
They should give you like a welding visor or something if you're gonna be up front.
Yeah.
Something to. Dude, I mean, do you remember a few years ago when I did the like coast to coast drive across the U.S.
Yeah.
That was something that because like out here, we're not in like locust country, right? So like, you know, you sometimes will have a bug hit your windshield here and there. Like if you're driving up to Maine or something, you're more likely to. But dude, driving across like the Midwest and the prairie, it was insane having just the biggest green fucking grasshoppers and shit. Like just absolutely kamikazeing the windshield. And it was crazy. There's like, you can't get them off. Like the wipers just aren't equipped for it.
Yeah.
And it was insane. Like driving across, we drove across like the Texas Panhandle through New Mexico and over like the prairie. Yeah. It was and like starting to turn to desert. That was where it was the worst. And it was, I guess they were locusts, grasshoppers, whatever, and it was just wild.
I mean, honestly, we live in like the most goated part of the states in terms of pests. There's not really.
Yeah, we have a lot of ticks.
Yeah, ticks. Ticks. Yeah, but
there's a lot of ticks, and of course that's because the government is dropping them out of planes. Have you heard this this prevailing conspiracy theory?
No.
So we're in the midst of an explosion in the tick population, at least in the U.S. I don't know if this is like a global phenomenon, but at least in the U.S. And there is always the fear with Lyme disease with ticks. And so, of course, there's the idea that Lyme disease was created in a lab. But there is also this disease, and I'm forgetting what it's called. But do you know what before I have to Google it?
No.
There is, it's tick bites that are giving people an allergy to...
Oh, alpha-gal.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah. And it's giving people an allergy to like red meat or meat in general. And,
no, it's red meat. It's red meat. Yeah,
just
it's,
red meat.
You get an allergy to non-mammalian, non-ape mammalian meat, basically. So
you could eat human meat.
I mean, a monkey or something like that. Yeah, but it's like specifically like ungulated mammals, I believe.
Interesting. Yeah, so there's a huge...
Anyway.
People are obsessed with the notion that is a lab-created disease. That, what is it called, alpha-gal?
Yeah, alpha-gal.
And so that the government is dropping ticks across the country out of airplanes to seed that allergy among the population. I guess because the theory is that they're worried about, like, population growth and lack of food, but like also like the red meat and like livestock industry in this country is one of the last remaining like major productive industries that we have. And so like the idea that the government would want to hobble that for like some weird control reason is a little strange to me.
That's stupid, but I mean I wouldn't considering the United States' long and storied past of study into infectious diseases as weapons. That I would not.
The lab created disease thing I never count out. Like that could prove to be true. There's the idea that Lyme disease itself is something that was lab created. I don't know enough about that stuff to like take hardline stances. But yeah, I'm with you. I think that there's enough evidence that not just us, but certainly us, that we have dabbled heavily in that realm. So who's to say? It's also like when people talk about chemtrails, like it's not like that technology doesn't exist. It's not like we you did your whole episode years ago on Pont Saint Esprit. It's not like we haven't done that shit. But like, do you think that the Delta fucking Boeing flight, is doing that? I don't think so. But I don't know. Anyway, I digress. So tick season's exploding, but also allergies, man. Do you have seasonal allergies?
No.
Lucky, dude, because it's the pollen counts year by year as it's crazy because the climate is not changing, as we all know, and yet pollen counts keep climbing year by year to like absolutely astronomical highs. And if you look at it right now, it's just like extreme every single day, and my face feels like it's going to explode. Every day. So lucky you.
Yeah. I know. I was going to say, when you were talking about, like, hitting bugs in a car, I had a very horrifying moment a couple weeks ago. I had a doctor's appointment on Friday, so I didn't go to work. And as I was driving home, it's the middle of the day. This was, like, Memorial Day weekend. I'm like, oh, man, I have a 4-day weekend. This is going to be beautiful. So I'm driving back to Providence, and passing that area, like, around Fall River, where, like, the highway... like you have 24 like going north, and then you have like, the water right on the left hand side of you. And as I'm
That's
driving,
actually kind of a pretty drive.
It is, except for this time because there's like trees like right next to the highway, and all of a sudden I see two crows jump out of the trees and try to get across the highway, very low level,
flying low.
One of the crows just narrowly missed my car. The other one I fucking rocked with my windshield, hit this thing going like 70, and it just goes dunk, and then I look and I can see in my rearview mirror it's just arcing in the air and then hits the ground just like clearly dead, and I just like
or at least like unconscious and about to be dead when a car hits it.
And I just sat there with like my mouth agape, and I just turned like the radio on my car off, and I just drove the rest of it in like total silence. Because like, dude, fucking poor crow. I love crows. I was just
crows are cool.
Yeah, literally, I was just going like... driving the rest of the way completely silently.
Oh man, yeah, that's a bummer. I don't know if I've ever hit a bird in my car, but
yeah. Oh, dude, I rocked this poor piece of shit.
Yeah,
like fucking. Ugh. Yeah.
Well, I mean, I don't know. On the one hand, like, I'm sure his family's been flying there since longer than there's been cars, but also, you're supposed to be smart, man. Go with the fucking program.
A little bit higher. Just
go with the fucking program.
A little bit higher, man. Like, it literally just, like, jumped out of the tree.
You're not going to go toe-to-toe with a Subaru. It's not going to happen. Dude, anyway, that sucks.
Yep.
Well, right, hey, welcome to Left Unread. As always, I'm Cam, joined today by our frequent collaborator, Evan.
Yeah.
How are you all doing? I hope you're doing well. We are here on in the first week of June, and there are things going on. And the first thing that I wanted to talk about before I forget, and I actually don't know how much how strong my feelings are in either way, but it's just been interesting to watch unfold. But I'm sure you have feelings that you could weigh in on this. Your boy Graham Platner.
I wouldn't say my boy Graham.
No, I know. But you've talked before on this show about your I would say heavy degree of skepticism about Graham Platner. Now, as that race up in Maine progresses, I don't think anybody is surprised to find that the gloves are coming off. This is a pretty classic example, and we'll get into the specifics of Graham Platner and how true or what our thoughts are on the allegations against him are. But either way, regardless of that, whether there were true allegations or not, allegations would be surfacing, right? Because this is a prime example of, like, not only are Republicans going to be feverishly attempting to oust this man, but the Democrats, this is a classic opportunity for Democrats to attempt a self-own where they have, like, a charismatic, popular, and again, regardless of whether you think that he's deserving of that, which we'll talk about in a second, he has proven to be quite a popular figure for the like never Trumper Democrat people in this country. And so as the race has gotten closer, and Susan Collins has suspended her campaign, not withdrawing from the race, crucially, and continuing to mention publicly, I'm still on the ballot, but no longer campaigning. Allegations against Graham Platner have begun to surface. And so we knew about his Nazi tattoo, right? But now there are allegations
not just the Nazi tattoo, but I also do just want to call back that one of the oppa dumps on him then was that somebody saw it on him, and they said that he said, in basically this voice, they were like, what's that tattoo? And he just went, oh, that's my Totenkopf.
Jesus. Well, happy Pride, everyone. That's true. We actually should have mentioned that. A very happy Pride to everybody who's celebrating. But yeah, it's so the Totenkopf tattoo is now like a known quantity with Graham Platner. But now some allegations surfacing that he was maybe not super nice to women in his past. He has been open about struggling with alcohol addiction. And as we've talked about, I also have struggled with that. So I am not going to be the first person to jump up and say, well, yeah, drunk people do awful shit, but sometimes they do. And it wouldn't be the first time that a fucking ex-military dude got hammered and beat on a lady. So what do you think, Evan? What are your thoughts on the recent spate of allegations against your favorite
You forgot one of the big ones that came out yesterday, which was that when he was a bartender, he was not so nice to customers. That's literally.
Oh, he was a mean bartender?
Yeah, that was.
I didn't hear about that.
Post fucking yesterday, dude.
Yeah.
They were just like, yeah, anytime you ordered something from him, it seemed like you were just pissing him off, or that he would rather do anything else. It's like,
unfortunately,
well, yeah.
I have endless uncritical support for that. I think that if you
I
go into a
find
bar and order a drink from the bartender, you're a bad person, and you should leave them alone. They're not
let
there.
me see if I can find the exact quote.
They're not there to make you drinks, and if you think that, you're part of the problem.
Yeah, dude, it was so. This was literally
funny.
an entire article in the New York Post. I think yesterday or maybe Friday, something like that. Yeah. Graham Platner was quote a-hole extraordinaire as DC bartender.
Oh,
quote,
that's funny.
Troubled, dark.
That's hysterical. Okay, so I actually do have thoughts about that as a general rule. Like, I do think that there's something.
Oh, wait. Here's a quote from it. Platner was just kind of dark. You tried to turn up a little conversation, and you wouldn't give anything back. No smile, no acknowledgement. Just nothing coming back that was friendly and warm.
Yeah, dude. Well, so I think that there is something to be said about the way that customer service differs from region to region in this country. And I'm sure that his vibe would have fucking crushed in, like, Maine or Boston. Like,
yeah. Oh, yeah,
people up here love a fucking surly bartender, so, like,
maybe
when
I go
didn't
to
work
a bar and the bartender's, like, too polite, I'm just like, no, come on.
Yeah, this feels weird and wrong. Yeah. I'm not saying you should be like
it depends
a
on the place you go
asshole,
to.
But
yeah, it depends.
Yeah,
on the place
and
you go
there
to.
are places where you expect a different experience, and that's true anywhere.
Yeah.
But I think if you're frequenting plenty of establishments, there's a certain level of surliness that can feel like the right amount of disrespect to receive from a bartender. But that is funny that's like part of the smear campaign.
Yeah. Here's
Anyway.
another one too. If you asked him for it starts off. He just sort of resented being there, said somebody.
Well, yeah, I mean, 100%.
Yeah, it's a job. If you asked him for a beer or a cheeseburger, it was a bother to him. He just sort of rubbed me the wrong way. This is like
somebody's been waiting for this fucking moment to talk about this.
Yeah.
Some customer who's like, I have never felt so.
Yeah.
There's got to be a Yelp review tied to this too.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, but it's awesome. That's so good. But yeah, I mean, here, I think, I remember last time we talked about Graham Platner too. I did have some hate mail thrown my way. Not really hate mail, but no, like my take on him initially when he like came in, like blew up. I just assumed he was some because I mean he's like a Blackwater mercenary.
Yeah. And prior to that, he was a Marine.
Yeah, he was a Marine, and then he worked for Constellus, which was like a subsidiary of Blackwater. So he was like a mercenary.
And here's the thing: checkered past on that front, and I think he's owned that. But definitely a fucking. Oh, I'm not.
I don't know if you can own that. You know what I mean? That's sort of.
No, I just mean in the sense that he that's not like something that the cover wasn't blown on that.
Yeah,
you know, we're talking about stuff now that's like allegations that he's denying. That's stuff that he was like honest about. You know.
Yeah, because I'm not one of these leftists who like just thinks that anybody who like serves in the military is like immediately like disqualified. You know what I mean? Like,
if anything, that's a galvanizing experience for lots of people. You know, they experience that firsthand, and it changes their worldview.
I mean, the Soviets and the Soviet Union, these were the Soviets made up of like workers and like soldiers and sailors and shit like that. But you know, I think there's more than enough room for people who like signed up for the military and then like were radicalized through it and whatnot. However, if you do become a mercenary, kind of at that point, that's different. You know what I mean?
It is different, I think.
But
because you know the score at that point, and like it's
yeah, you're just like killing civilians for money,
right? And the things that groups like Blackwater were caught up in. I mean, this is just the stuff that's like common knowledge. This is just the stuff that's like publicly known at this point.
Yeah,
it's all heinous, and so like you can only imagine what the more clandestine operations, security operations, heavy air quotes there, looked like. So, no, I'm with you on that. I think that is a pretty disqualifying resume bullet point.
Yeah, and then, so, like, when he first, like, exploded onto the scene, like, I just, like, assumed he was some, like, plant, like, Eric Prince, Blackwater, like, Peter Thiel, like, plant. Yeah, because like Peter Thiel is like there have been like I think we talked about this on the last episode too. He's talked about in like leaked emails about how like this like new like like techno conservative movement that you can't really like the fact that like socialism or just like social democrat and all those kinds of economic policies are appealing to young people, that you can't just disregard them as being stupid or something like that, but that there's like a material reason why young people are more and more drawn towards like left-wing and socialist policies, and that it's something that Peter Thiel and his movement that they need to like reckon with and find a way to connect with these people who are kind of like moving towards these more left-wing policies and bring them into their sort of sphere of influence. And I think obviously the like capture of like certain like alt media journalists and certain left-wing, now right-wing podcasts, all of these that shall remain nameless. I'm sure our listeners know the exact journalists and the exact podcasts I'm talking about. I think that's like one form of it too. But like I sort of assumed that like Graham Platner was this kind of like Peter Thiel, Eric Prince like plant to like have like one of their own, but like using like left-wing populist messaging. I mean, because like Platner doesn't call himself socialist, he's not a socialist, anything like that. He's just kind of like a left populist, and to like use that kind of messaging to like draw people to kind of sheepdog them almost to the right or something like that, or just into the process. That's sort of what I assumed. And then all the shit started coming out with the stupid fucking and like I remember in the last episode I kind of said the fact that this is just like he just seems like a dumbass Marine. Like, you know what I mean? Like on the one hand, yes, getting a fucking Totenkopf tattoo and split Croatia as a Marine, high chance for Hitler particles there. But like, also, I can see a dumbass Marine being the type of person to accidentally get a fucking Nazi tattoo in Croatia.
And you said that back then too, and I think so. That's fair.
I don't really have like one stance or the other that I believe in. Like, I mean, high chance for Hitler particles there, but like also like all of the stuff coming out about him, I was just like, this doesn't really seem like a good plant because this dude has so much stupid bullshit on him. Like they're pulling out Reddit threads on him. Like they just like showed his like Kick account, which I didn't even know what Kick was, but apparently this is
what is Kick? I've heard of it.
This
but
Kick
it's
spelled
like a messaging...
Kick, not Kick, which is like the streaming thing. This is like Kik. I've never fucking heard of this.
Isn't
and
it like a
everybody's
messaging
talking
thing,
about
like
I think
like WhatsApp or whatever. I thought.
Yeah, but... I'm not sure. Everybody's just talking about this like they know what it is. I've never even fucking heard of this, but apparently I think it's like some kind of messaging app, but apparently it's used as like a grooming thing a lot. Not like exclusively, but I mean.
And I'm sorry, that's Kik.
Yeah.
Is that just on the App Store, or is that?
How exactly do you spell this app? Just so I know to avoid it.
Do I have to pay for this, or it's like remember when Pete Townsend from The Who, famously like settled out of court in the UK years ago on like massive amounts of child pornography from his computer, and his defense was like, well, I was trying to figure out where it all was so that I could.
He said he was doing research into it.
I was doing research on how big of a problem it is, so I had to compile resources.
Yeah.
Those were just my resources. No, I think it's gross too, dude. That's why I had to get it all in one place.
So I knew which parts of the internet to avoid.
Yeah,
exactly. Yeah, I know.
I do have to reference it pretty often. So if you know,
Yeah, because it was like this big like sting operation in the UK, right? That he got.
He was part of a massive. He just was one of the biggest names in that. But it might have been the same big thing that like got Jimmy Savile, but he never got during his lifetime, so I could be wrong.
I don't think he. I think that was just a different thing. Once he died, everybody was just like, "Oh yeah, this dude's been fucking kidding."
Yeah, he
openly.
He was the absolute fucking worst person.
Yeah,
possibly of all time.
Yeah, I know. Fucking yeah. But anyway, yeah. So like, that's one of the things that come out. It's like, and it's clearly like Graham Platner because the image on this Kick account is you can't see his face, but he's just standing there in like a bathrobe, and it's like a mirror pic, and you can clearly see his tattoos. So I mean, he just seems. I mean, all the stuff that's coming out definitely seems like a annoyingly horny guy.
I mean, hey, we've all been there.
And then there was the other stuff too, where I think like an ex said that it was something about like where he would like rape guys just as like not like he said like
if anyone comes into this house, I'm gonna rape them.
It's not a gay thing. It's just a domination thing.
Not in a gay way.
I mean, like
to clarify. So
is,
that kind of like sexualized, violent sexualized language, like, is that problematic? Yeah, like you shouldn't.
That's a really fucking weird thing to say.
You shouldn't say that. So I don't know. It does seem like the most like concrete allegation, not concrete in terms of like how much of it has been proven, but he did have like an ex-partner, I think, accuse him of like twisting her arm behind her back and like locking her in a room to like quote unquote calm her down. So this is all like pretty troubling stuff. Like
abusive,
it's true about it's definitely abusive behavior, right? None of this, and I think that there are a lot of people again who are probably in this sort of like never Trump, like, well, it doesn't really matter. Like a lot of people, particularly a lot of men, I think are really quick to dismiss this stuff as like potentially disqualifying information about Graham Platner, which I have kind of a hard time with. I think that, look, I don't think that every politician needs to be like a saint in their personal life, right? Like I'm not particularly interested in like whether or not a given politician engages in extramarital affairs or things like that. Like that stuff to me is like, look, like, you can be a shitty husband or a shitty wife and be, the right person for a given job. But when you start talking about things like this that are like, kind of explicitly violent language and potentially behavior, like, I don't know. I am not sure where I fall on it. Like I morally, I find it pretty repulsive. And when you add in a lot of the other like, disqualifying factors, which individually might seem like kind of smaller, right? Like, okay, you can, like you said, like you can potentially believe the explanation for the tattoo, at least like him being just a dumb guy. But all that adds up to like, dude, is this really like is this the guy?
Well,
like
also like too, what I want to say is like, so like on the one hand, I can see like, I don't know if he's a plant just because like this guy has so much like stupid dirt on him. But then like that, like, is he really like a good idea for a plant? But then also he could be like, this is why it could be like a good like shit coat thing where like you get this guy with so much dirt on him to like represent, be like the face of like left populist politics.
And he just becomes like the next John Fetterman or whatever.
Yeah, exactly. Or like just to discredit it or whatever. But then on the other hand, like John Fetterman, I mean, I would say Graham Platner also seems like the kind of guy with a high likelihood of being blackmailable.
Isn't that corrupt? Isn't that corrupt? Isn't that cheating the public? Isn't that betraying the public's trust? Isn't that immoral?
Sure.
Like, because of like all this shit, it's like, yeah, I mean, this guy he's probably has found himself in situations that he really doesn't want people to know about. I mean, it just sounds like. But then he's also eating all this shit, so I don't know. My takeaway from him, and this is kind of just like, I just don't know what to make of it.
Yeah, well, that's kind of where I'm at too, and so you know, at the end of the day, it's like he doesn't sound. If even half of this stuff is verifiable, like he sounds like he's probably a prick.
Yeah, he sounds like a fucking scumbag.
Yeah, like he doesn't sound like my type of fella. But like, I don't know. Like I guess I just don't know. I guess I have to say the same. Like I kind of don't really know where I stand on it, and like. It just seems like some of this you could definitely chalk up to like the usual, you know, muckraking that happens around any contested, you know, election in this country, and it's just sort of become the norm. You know, they're gonna be digging up dirt. People are gonna be discrediting sources. People are gonna like this woman who came forward and accused him of abuse. She's gonna get her shit dragged through the mud, right? Like, and you know, if she's telling the truth, that's fucking not cool.
Yeah.
So the whole thing is just sloppy.
Yeah, this also is, I think, this is one of the things that I think we'll be seeing a lot more, like, as millennials become, like, politicians and, like, get into politics and higher positions of power. We're, like, the first generation that just has a gigantic, like, internet data trail on us. Yeah. Like, you could find probably, I'm not sure if this shit still exists out there, but you could probably find, like, really, like, all of those, like, early... like MySpace and pre-MySpace, like social media, you could probably find really embarrassing shit on people from when they were 13, 14.
I'm sure we all had incredibly embarrassing. Like, I remember my MySpace. I had like, because MySpace was interesting. You could customize it, and it was like simple code almost to like get like certain backgrounds and change the color, and like you could do a lot with your MySpace. I think MySpace should come back because I think that it would be dope, but. I think that my MySpace was particularly tacky. Like, you would, like, log on, and I had, like, my name, like, dripping in blood, and fucking everything was, like, black with, like, red text, and it had, like, some fucking Pantera song playing in the background. Like, it was just, you know, like, that's not, like, the portrait of a cool, chill guy. Yeah. So...
and my old bands, especially early editions of that band, that's, I mean, people, like, found, like, our names, like, attached to some of those song titles, and shit like that.
Oh, are you talking about the band that I later joined, like, earlier?
Yeah, we had some real gory shit in there. So, and just,
there was some angst being worked out, I think, in that
19-year-olds making, like, death metal and shit. Sometimes you make songs with very questionable subject matter.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
They had a song called "I'm a blow your titties off." I'm a blow off your titties.
Shotgun blown titties.
Shotgun done blown titties off, clean off your body.
Yeah.
Bitch. Man, that sucks, dude. Definitely don't run for Senate in Maine.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. So I wanted to kind of talk about that, and it sounds like you're as kind of baffled on it as I am. It's a weird one. It's a really weird one. But it'll be interesting to see how it plays out. I mean, he's not dropping out. And
I mean, he's probably going to win. I mean, I'm going to be honest with you.
Yeah, I mean, it looks that way right now.
Yeah, there was like a Fox News. I saw like a Fox News clip from a couple days ago or whatever, where it was this woman being interviewed on the street, and she was just like, "This is just disgusting. You don't see anybody else running for office, just seeing their entire like romantic and interpersonal history just aired out like this. It's unfair to him." And this is probably this woman looked like she was like a boomer or something like that. So,
yeah. Well, that's what I'm saying. Like, a lot of people are going to leap to his defense. A lot of people are going to, you know, talk like he's the worst piece of shit ever. And these are probably people that are just as gnarly. Like, you know, I'm sorry, but I don't want to hear any like fucking MAGA freaks talk about the morality of this guy's past, right? Like,
the president
when you're in open support of fucking fascism,
of a pedophile,
right? Like a pedophile fascist,
pedophile, a breathed up like a pilled up just like heavy breathing pedophile rapist.
Yeah.
Are you scared?
Yeah, I'm okay.
She's following us.
It'll be interesting to see. We'll be following those developments eagerly. Not the only, but another thing that I wanted to talk about is, did you see that Congress recently passed a measure to allow gas companies to increase the allowable ratio of ethanol in gasoline up to 15%? Which is not a good sign, folks. That's not a good sign. So I did a little reading about that because, we all go to gas stations and you see the signs like up to 10% ethanol may be contained. And there are reasonable applications for that. Like, depending on the weather, like when things get extremely cold, adding some ethanol can really help, fuel efficiency in cars. So like this past winter here in the Northeast, I'm sure we were all glad to have a little bit of ethanol there, right? But it does decrease the fuel efficiency. It does make your cars a little more susceptible to like long-term damage. And it's interesting, like, because I don't know, have you noticed, do you feel like a tank of gas is lasting less time for you? Do you feel like you're getting less mileage out of your tank of gas, or have you not noticed that?
No, I get most of my driving's highway because my fucking stupid ass job.
Yeah.
And so I get like 30 to 32 per gallon usually.
But you don't feel like I understand, like, that's probably what your car's doing, but it doesn't feel to you like you're going through gas faster. You feel like you're getting gas approximately the same amount.
Yeah. Better than the winter, because you always get worse mileage in the winter.
You always get worse mileage in the winter, sure.
Yeah.
No, dude, I don't know. I've seen lots of people talking about this, and this could turn out to be like another just fucking dumb shit internet conspiracy theory. But I've been like, damn, like I feel like, and I'm not driving more. Like if anything, I'm driving less. Yeah. And I'm like, why do I feel like I'm just flying through gas? And my car's a little older than yours. It could just be that. But like, anyway, it's interesting. We are going to be living through some changes, I think, when it comes to what you get at the gas pump. And it seems like now, with a 5% potential increase in ethanol in the gas, like you might see a little more wear and tear in your car. But also it's just like, yeah, dude, the fucking winning doesn't seem to be panning out.
Well,
like gas is super expensive and now it's more diluted, and I don't know. Well,
we are, the one thing I wanted to talk about with this, we are very much about to enter the cool zone, I believe. So obviously, right now, I mean, because Trump and the Zio-American Empire just can't take this L. It seems like there's not going to be any deal reached in Iran anytime soon, and there is currently already a massive shortage of like fertilizer around the world because of this. Now they're talking about I forget the name of the strait, but like blocking off the Yemen and Iran together, trying to block off the strait up to like the Suez Canal too, not just like the Strait of Hormuz, which obviously Yemen has shown the ability to really disrupt that as well. And just over the last like couple of years, the Houthis in Yemen have done quite a good job causing havoc over there. Right, there was the what was it last summer? What they call that Operation? I forget where they.
I remember it happening, but I don't recall.
Where they like sent like a huge part of the U.S. Navy there to like try to like stop the Houthis from fucking just like terrorizing the international traffic there. But I digress. And so we have that. We also have, I'm not sure if you've been following this, but what appears to be like the strongest El Nino on record this year.
I saw something about that.
Which is going to cause like much higher than average temperatures over like whole like northern hemisphere.
Yeah.
And then
there are heat waves already starting to happen.
I mean, dude, it
the UK
is
going
it
through
is
a major
fully
heat
summer
wave.
here. I'm not sure if you looked. It is not even summer yet. I'm not sure if you've looked at the forecast for the next.
I haven't been bothering because I'm going to be out of the country for a couple weeks.
Oh, it's just going to be like 90 degrees every day.
Yeah.
like it's going to be like mid 80s to like 90 like every day for the next like week and a half.
Well, I don't know if you've looked at the forecast for Glasgow, Scotland, but it is going to be rainy and 60 degrees every day.
Yeah.
So
Nice.
that's where I'll be. So we're not going to have an episode for a couple weeks, which is like kind of the norm at this point, but because I'm going to be away, so it might feel like slightly longer than our normal week and a half, 2 week flip, but yeah, dude, I'll be jealous. I hope that we get like even a few days. I think we're gonna be in Scotland for like 14 days, and if I get 3 sunny days, I will feel like it was well worth it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
because famously, if we think we've got fucking dog shit weather here, they are the world heavyweight champions, and it's midge season there, which is little biting black flies.
Yeah, that emerge from the sediment. Yeah.
Yes. The good thing about them is that they're so small that even like 3-mile-an-hour winds completely disrupt them, and you're fine. And it's a windy place, thankfully. But if you happen to be out hiking, which I will be doing, and you do not have any winds to save you, there's a chance I will die from exsanguination.
Yeah.
Anyhow, so I think that we are probably entering the cool zone. You're probably right.
But now here's the other thing too. So not only is this looking to be like the strongest El Nino on record, we're talking like shifts like upwards of multiple degrees Celsius. I believe water temperatures, I believe. But we also have water cooling south of like Greenland that can like indicate the slowing down of the I can't think of the name of it, but the current from like the Caribbean all the way out to Europe.
With the Gulf Stream?
Yeah, the Gulf Stream. Yeah. That's going to indicate a weakening of the Gulf Stream.
They've been talking about that for years now.
Yes,
the trend appears to be that the Gulf Stream is weakening.
Yeah, so all of this to say, yes, we are entering the cool zone here. So we have both the disruption of international trade, including like fertilizer. There's already fertilizer shortages globally because of the Epstein War. But then we have super El Nino plus a weakening of the Gulf Stream. I mean, dog, we are entering.
Do we just change the name? Is it just El Hombre now?
Yeah.
It's no longer the boy, dude. Now it is the guy.
The dude. But or El Chingon even. But yeah, so we are entering prime famine conditions, I think.
Hell yeah,
so this
dude.
is going to be we are entering.
Not me, dude. I just placed an order for a delicious New Jersey Michael's sub.
Oh, I haven't had Novo Jersao.
Miguel.
Yeah,
Miguel Novo Jersao.
I haven't
Dude,
had.
I get it every time we record. That's my treat. Like right as when we're like.
Yeah.
When I like judge that we're like 15 minutes out, if you ever see me like on my phone real quick, it is turkey sub time, dude. Yeah. That's because I want to be done with this and I want to eat a turkey
since
sandwich.
they sold it to what was it, Blackstone or whatever?
Oh yeah, I don't remember, but they did sell it to a huge like private equity firm.
Yeah.
I will say this: it's still slaps. I mean, I don't know, it's still a good sub, but good for you. I'm proud of you for fighting the fight.
There's when one of these times, if you're here during the day on a weekend, you'll have to get the hut here in Providence. There's there's 2 of them in Providence. One of them is actually, I'm not gonna say where it is, but
yeah,
it's
dude,
cool.
Fuck that gatekeep.
Yeah. Well, no, not that. I just don't want people knowing exactly where I live.
Right.
But yeah, so like there's one, and it's
Evan lives in an underground bunker, almost a mile beneath the surface of the earth.
Yeah.
So don't even try looking for him; you'll never find him.
Yeah. The heavy dojo deep underground.
Yeah, he farms moles for meat.
Yeah.
They're good.
And also sexual pleasure.
He farms. Well, yeah. he's bred moles to
Yeah.
to sort of resemble human women. And
Yeah.
he
At least from
engages
the
in-
waist down, yeah.
He engages in bestiality with them. That's not a joke, guys.
Yeah.
That's going to be the next fucking accusation against Graham Platner.
That he's got like
That
a
he's like a
barbarian
zoophile, dude,
situation.
yeah.
Oh, he's got like a barbarian situation going on,
Oh.
but with mole people.
Yeah. What is the X-Files episode that's at home? Where
Yeah.
they find
yeah.
the fucking
The
mom
inbred,
on
yeah.
a fucking shop cart under the bed
Yeah.
with no arms and legs, and she's just like, ah, like, like clearly they've been having sex with her. It's like,
Yeah.
okay, man.
Yeah.
You know what, Mulder? Fuck you. Like, maybe the truth isn't out there. Quit your
Yeah.
job, Mulder.
Yeah, that's one of those earlier episodes that's just very upsetting.
That's
to
like
watch.
season 5.
Yeah, I mean that's still earlier, right?
There
think,
were 9 seasons.
Yeah, so
It's still when it was good.
Yeah.
If any, some people would say peak. Like,
yeah.
You know what's funny?
The
So I've
Vince
been
Gilligan
rewatching
years,
X-Files.
the Vince Gilligan years, yeah.
Yeah. I've been rewatching X-Files because I got into it during like pandemic, pre-pandemic. But you know, those are the bottle days. So like, as much as I remember some of it I was just like hammered, being like, yeah, hell yeah, aliens. And so I'm rewatching it. It's really good. Even season 1 has like a surprising amount of bangers. But dude, Vince Gilligan was cooking, man. He was on to some fucking shit. He had his finger on the pulse.
he joined like a season like 4, I think, right? Like 3 or 4.
I thought that he was the show. Who's the guy who was the show? Oh, Carter. I'm thinking of Chris Carter.
No, Vince Gilligan, the guy who created Breaking Bad and Better Call Saul.
Yes.
he-
I'm
yeah,
getting
his-
him mixed up.
yeah.
I wasn't even thinking of
His
Vince Gilligan.
like he like his like big like breakout was like when he joined the X-Files writing cast. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think he
That
joined
I'm
for,
not there yet in my rewatch, but sorry, I was getting mixed up with Carter, the showrunner of the show from the start. But he was on to some shit, dude.
Yeah.
They were cooking, man.
Yeah.
It's a great show.
Yeah, it is.
What was it? There was one other thing that I wanted to talk to you about. Oh, okay. So the Bureau of Labor, right? Has released their, is it annual or biannual, like jobs creation figures. And so this is something that I think we're going to see talked about a little bit. And I think it's interesting. So I just wanted to chat about it for a second, right? Because everybody's been, we're all living here in this economy, right? Do you feel like you're living in like an economic boom time?
No.
Right. Me neither. I would guess that almost none of our listeners, I'd be surprised if any of the people that listen to this show are people that are in sectors that are feeling like they're thriving right now. And yet, these figures that have just been released are suggesting kind of that the expectations for job stagnation and for economic stagnation and the rise of inflation and all of that stuff have been blown out of the water, right? Because all of a sudden we've got this idea that there's 172,000 jobs were actually created during this past year, and that is technically true, right? And so how do you reconcile, like, I think it's probably going to create like a certain amount of like a sort of dissociation among people who are like, wait, what? Like, why are they telling us that the economy is looking good and I'm living in it and it's feeling bad? And so I did a little digging because I was like, that doesn't feel right. That doesn't feel true. And interestingly, and the reason that I kind of wanted to bring this up, the vast majority of those jobs are in the service sector. Yeah. So it's our time now. It's the time of the waiter, dude. It's the time of the bartender. So people are quitting their jobs or getting fired from their jobs and returning in droves, millennials largely, returning in droves to service industries like waiting tables, like tending bars.
I'm not necessarily sure it's that they're quitting their jobs. I think it's also largely getting second jobs.
Or getting second jobs, sure.
Yeah.
Well, I said getting fired too, but no, that is a totally fair addendum. Yeah, people who are now so like you look at these job creation figures and it's like, great, look at all these new jobs, and it's like, well, how many of those are people who A, lost their jobs, B, were performing jobs that were not able to like pay the bills, and so are returning to these like unskilled labor jobs that are somehow more able to make ends meet for them, or as Evan said, like teachers and stuff who are literally can't make ends meet.
They have to get a second.
They're
job.
taking part or full-time jobs elsewhere, often in service sectors, and I think that's tough, man, because it's indicative of a lot of the stagnation that people have been predicting but it's sort of maybe a surprising expression of that, right? Like, so I don't know. I'm not an expert in this type of data or whatever, but like, it's always interesting to me when we have these like election cycles coming up, and you start to see all these data points drop, and it's like, no, actually, everything's good, and it's like, what the fuck, man? Like, everybody's fucking struggling. No one's having an easy time, and then like, oh, it's because they're all starting to do my job now, which like I'm doing all right. Yes,
You forgot the main point. You forgot
What's the main point?
The main point.
What's the main point?
Nothing bad can happen. It can only good happen.
Oh, that's true. Yeah. Hey, when you're right, you're right. When you're right, you're right.
Nothing bad can
but
happen.
yeah,
It can only good happen.
It's interesting. So that all ties in though with what you were talking about with New Jersey Michaels, right?
Yeah.
My big COVID-19 conspiracy theory is that COVID-19 was funded by private equity firms to hollow out the restaurant industry in the city of Boston and have all the cool old spots close and have all these brand new shitty fucking yuppie places open up that are owned by private equity, or allow private equity to swoop in and buy existing places that are awesome and that they want to take over.
And then just feed you Cisco.
Right, feed you Cisco. You're eating the same French fries everywhere you go.
Yeah.
Feed you Cisco, and fucking so you then yes, does that create like what feels like a booming job market for service industry people? Sure, but it's a bubble. Yeah. It's gonna fucking burst. And part of it, which I'm on the front line of that industry. Nobody has money to spend at restaurants in the same way anymore. So like, I'm fucking I've told you like, and you've also been working your ass off. So it's not like we're like. Talking as much about it, but like I've been working insane psycho shifts to be able to go on this vacation I'm taking, and it's crushing my spirit, and I feel like I'm ready to fucking crash out. And so you've got people joining this industry that's like famously psychologically damaging, and we're looking at it and calling it growth. And look, that's a tips-based economy. And people aren't going out and tipping like they used to. They're not able to go out and afford to eat or go out and afford to eat high-end meals. So it's this weird, like, little bubble that's creating this, blip. Like, oh, look at all these new jobs that are created. It's like, nah, man. It's just all the fucking restaurants that closed, were hollowed out, were bought out by private equity firms, and are now pumping up, hiring all this staff, but no one can afford to eat at them. And so the staff that are getting hired there are actually not making great money like you might have been able to do 5-6 years ago. And people that have those jobs, like me, are like now like, fuck, I guess I'll just never leave. Like, what the fuck else am I going to do? Am I going to go take some entry-level job somewhere and take a $40,000 pay cut? Like, it's crazy. So, anyway, random little meandering thought, but it's just interesting to see the connection between all that stuff. And I wasn't thinking about the New Jersey Michaels thing, but like, yeah, everything... And I'm sure this is true in other cities. I'm sure this is true in New York or San Francisco or maybe Providence. But like the entire restaurant scene over the last 5 years has been like completely overtaken by shitheads. Yeah. Yeah. Definitely in Boston. I would say San Francisco is probably likely. New York, maybe not, because New York, there's still some semblance of like citywide culture in a lot of the boroughs. But like, damn, dude, it is a really bland and bleak environment out there. Yeah. But yeah, welcome. Come work in a restaurant, dude. I hope that all of you newbies or returning people are stoked to be here. Take care of the tech bros. They're not assholes, I promise. They're all really nice.
Yeah, I mean, even like the industry that I work in is like a pretty well like a growth industry right now. Yeah. And even then, like, I'm not a fucking employee of my company. I'm a contractor. Yeah. Like, you know what I mean? Like when I got laid off last year, that was like all I could get. And it's just like any of these companies that are in the industry that I work in do now too. They like it's so difficult to get hired full time because all these places just churn and burn through contractors.
Exactly, the contract economy is real. Yeah, I mean it's like you can't get a cab anymore. It's all fucking these independent contractors. Although they did just win their bid in the city of Boston for their unionizing Lyft and Uber drivers. So go that. That's cool. Yeah, we like unions here at Left on Red.
Dude. Doing Uber or Lyft in Boston must be like I would probably sit there and play Russian roulette before every shift. Just one round, just like, like I would fucking hate that.
Yeah, one round in like a one-shot Derringer.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a fucking an elephant gun. Yeah.
A fucking moon crater in the roof of your car.
Yeah, you just put one bullet the size of a banana into like just like a single chain. Like
it looks like the bottom of a blueberry, but magnified 10,000 times.
Yeah.
Shit, man. Was there anything else you wanted to?
No, I think that about does it. Yep.
Cool.
That about wraps up.
Well, thank you guys for listening. We're happy you're here, and there are a few ways that you can show us that you're happy to be here, if that's the sort of thing that you're into. The biggest thing, and we always post links to all this stuff in the show notes, but the biggest thing is if you are willing, able, interested with extra, and you would like to check out our Patreon, that is the quickest and easiest way to provide material support to us. This is a labor of love for us. We enjoy doing it. There are some costs associated with it. They're not major, but any little bit helps. And who knows, if we started making more money, maybe we would be able to do more cool shit. Yeah. Anyway, check out the Patreon. It is at www.patreon.com/leftunread. There you will find we have multiple tiers available. You can also, I think, go in and just donate whatever you like. So check that out. We appreciate it massively whenever people do. That being said, if you are going to do that, we ask, especially if you are using an Apple product, that you not use the Patreon app to subscribe to our Patreon, because Apple takes a flat fee off the top of anything that you subscribe in addition to what you pay. So it's not like they're cutting into our profits. They're just adding a fee on for you. Yep. And we don't support that. That shit sucks. We want your money. We don't want you to give your money to Apple. So thank you for checking that out. As I said, the link for that will be in the show notes. If you are not interested in doing that or not able to do that, we totally understand. You can like and subscribe to us on your podcast app of choice, rate us, review us, share episodes of the show. All of that helps boost us in the algorithm, which is great. This is still very much a word-of-mouth grassroots project for us, and so that is actually a really tremendous help, and we appreciate everyone who does that. You can also email us. You can follow us on the X, the Everything app. And just listen to us at work, listen to us on your commute, share us with your friends, your family. Who else can they share us with?
They can share us with their fellow Blackwater mercenaries.
Yeah, dude. Send us to Graham Platner.
Yeah.
We will, if enough people send links to our show to Graham Platner, we will get Totenkopf tattoos in a visible place.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah.
I'm agreeing to that for Evan.
Center of the forehead.
Yeah, dude. Center forehead, like a teardrop era, like area.
You will get Sonnenrad teardrop tattoos.
Yeah. I'll get Sonnenrads around my nipples. They'll have to be really big, dude.
You would have to. You would really.
I would have to get.
You would have to find the right tattoo artist for that, and probably pay them an exorbitant fee just to look at them.
Yeah. Yeah. That's probably true. Let's. Evan used to call me Stay Puffed because I have puffy nipples.
Yeah, the fans know, but the long time left on redheads know about the Stay Puffed thing. The freaky shit.
Yeah,
the
they're not
motherfuckers.
that bad, but they are puffy.
I just remember that one time we went to like Six Flags, New England. And we went on like a roller coaster and you were wearing a tank top. And it takes like the picture and we go look at the picture and you're just...
one of them was peeking out.
Oh, yeah. Not peeking out, dude. The tank top had fully moved over and it's just nipple.
Hey, what are you going to do, man? Sometimes nature plays its tricks.
Yeah, sometimes she stays, sometimes she goes. But
sometimes the Lord moves in mysterious ways. He can't give one man all his gifts. Yeah. Sometimes he sees a guy and he says, yeah, you can be 6'4", but you do have to have strange nipples and male pattern baldness. You have
and
half
giant
chest hair
hair
and I actually, so it isn't. It is. I've since discovered.
Yeah.
So growing up, I have a sporadic chest hair pattern, and growing up, a doctor told me I had what was called a giant hairy nevus, which is hysterical. But I don't actually have one. Those are crazy.
No,
I've actually known people that have those.
Yeah, the crazy dude that I used to hang out with when we first met.
Yes,
he had a legitimate giant hairy nevus. He used to call it his Chewbacca patch. Right. I mean, it was literally hair as thick as on his head.
Yeah,
I
just have chest hair
in an asymmetrical patch on his back.
Side.
Yeah,
right. Those are like a much more noticeable thing than what I have. But
anyway,
I digress.
Giant. Yeah, it was giant.
And hairy.
And a nevus.
I guess. Anyway, I digress. Enough about my physical anatomy and the ways in which it is lacking, which are multitudinous. I think that covered everything, did it?
Yep, that's good. All right, yep.
Cool.
thank you for tuning in, everybody, and we will see you when Cam returns from Glasgow.
I will be in the land of Big John for a brief moment before I head up there. So perhaps in his honor, we will end with a mighty Abash.
Bash!
Bye, everybody.